Welcome back to my channel. Do you want to install Android apps on your system without any heavy emulator that slows down your performance? Then you've come to the right place. Because today, I'm going to tell you how you can install Android apps on your system without any emulator. So, without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. Welcome to my channel, Technichio. To install Android apps, it's essential that virtualization is enabled on your system. To check this, open Task Manager. Go to the Performance tab, and in the CPU section, you can see that virtualization is disabled in my system. To enable it, you need to enter the BIOS. Before that, I will also add the Hyper-V feature from Windows Features, because we will need it as well. For that, I'll search for Windows Features in the search bar. Open the Turn Windows Features On or Off option, and from the list, I'll tick Hyper-V, Virtual Machine Platform, and Windows Hypervisor Platform. As soon as I click OK, Windows will install all these features on my system. After applying all settings, the system will ask for a restart to apply these changes properly. So I'll restart the system, and during that time, I'll go into the BIOS and enable virtualization as well. During Windows startup, I'll press the BIOS button, like Delete or F2. Once in the BIOS, I've added the virtualization functionality to favorites. Here it appears as SVM mode. You can see that CPU virtualization is disabled in my system. I'll enable it. If you want to check in the BIOS, you can find this option under Tweaker, Advanced CPU Settings, named SVM mode. So, after enabling virtualization, I'll save the settings and the system will restart. After the system boots up, if I check virtualization in my system via Task Manager, you can see that virtualization is now enabled. Additionally, we've also added the Hyper-V functions in Windows. Now, to install apps, the software we need is WSA, Windows Subsystem for Android. You can find it in the Microsoft Store, but it is often not available in many regions. So, I'll open Chrome and search for WSA Download. From the search results, if you want, you can download it from GitHub as well. But all the versions available on GitHub have issues. The Play Store doesn't work in them, and only one version runs that only has the Amazon store. In the other versions, no apps work, nor do the WSA services start. So I will download it from the UpToDown website. I'll open the website and click on Latest Version to download WSA. I've already downloaded it, so I'll open the folder. And here you will see it as a Windows app file with MSIX bundle extension. Clicking on it will open it in the Microsoft Store. We need to run it as administrator, so I'll click on Restart as administrator and then install this software. After the installation is complete, the WSA settings will automatically open in front of us. I'll go to the side menu and open Apps, and here you can see that the Amazon App Store is installed. So I'll open it, and it will simply open, which means our WSA services have started. So now you can install different apps from the Amazon App Store. But if you want to install third-party apps, I'll also tell you the method for that. So I'll open the side menu again, and now I'll open Advanced Settings. From here, I'll turn on Developer Mode. As soon as I turn it on, I get the option for Manage Developer Settings. I'll click on it, and you can see that these settings are exactly like a mobile phone settings. So I'll turn on USB debugging from here, which is usually already on. I'll close it, but before closing, let me show you the performance settings. Here you can manage the memory, RAM usage, whether it should use RAM only when running, partial running meaning only when WSA is running, or continuously. You can also allocate how much RAM WSA should use, for example, 2 GB, 6 GB, or 16 GB. Further down, you can also change settings in graphics preferences and manage Windows focus settings. Whether when using WSA, the focus should be only on WSA, and when using Windows, the focus should be only on Windows. If you set it to independent, both apps will run independently with good performance. Now, to install third-party apps, we will need another piece of software. So I'll open Chrome and search for WSA PacMan, WSA Package Manager. I will download it from a trusted website like UpToDown as well. After the download is complete, I will install it on my system. If you go to the search bar, you can see WSA PacMan is showing up, so I'll open it. Upon opening, it will establish a connection with WSA, and a prompt will appear in front of us asking if we want to allow WSA PacMan to use the ADB debugging option. So I'll select Always Allow from this computer and click Allow. And as soon as I click on Re-Authenticate, you can see that my WSA PacMan is connected. Now I can download any third-party app from Chrome and install it. I'll open Chrome and download any app from a trusted site, like APK Pure, for example, Angry Birds. After downloading, we go to the Downloads folder and open it from there and install it. As soon as I install and open it, you can see that my game is running on my system in a window without any emulator. This way, by installing WSA on your system, you can install any Android app and enjoy it on your system without any heavy emulator. In the next video, I will tell you all how you can increase your system's video memory, VRAM, and trick those software programs that require VRAM into running them. So don't miss my next video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Technichio, and hit the bell icon so that you'll never miss an update from our channel. Together, let's end tech tantrums. Thank you.